Hey guys. Um, so there are several weather patterns that are happening today, and I want to speak to how we can push past the frequency fence that frequency fences that are in the construct of our society and our embodiment at this time, and how we can clear those weather patterns through our consciousness, but also clear the weather patterns that are showing up in the collective. So, and also pushing the energy of the weather patterns out of our frequency fence, allowing that information to integrate within us, but also being able to allow ourselves the opportunity to move past those frequency fences in order to benefit others and to benefit the collective and to benefit Earth at this time. So something that I was just discussing in a session that was really potent and powerful was, looking at our own sphere, our own realm, and seeing where our frequency fences actually are, and being able to see where we can dissolve our frequency fences, allow them to reveal themselves to us, and allow ourselves to integrate them and move past them. And in this case, we could say on a collective level that our weather patterns and our frequency fences are showing up and manifesting in the physical. And so it's an opportunity for us to go within and to allow ourselves the opportunity to really look at how it's manifesting in the collective, and being able to pray and join together to benefit all beings on this level, and be able to work with these energies. And today we have some physical manifestations showing up in our reality around the world in terms of fires, floods, and hurricanes. And presently, and solar X-class solar flares and M-class solar flares, which is space weather, which is affecting our collective reality. And so it's a physical manifestation of something that's been building in the collective field for a very long time. And some of the powers that be, that were, whatever, they've already known about this for a long time and have, for lack of a better word, failed to inform the collective of this event, so that we could all have an educated decision to make around it and to be prepared. So in that regard, we are now putting ourselves in a position of triage, if you will, and we can handle it, is what I'm saying. And so we can rise to the occasion to bring ourselves into full embodiment and full power at this time. And we can use this opportunity to our advantage to be able to really understand what's going on in our inner world, and in our psyche, and in our and we can be empowered with this, rather than it being a place of being a victim or anything of that nature. So just looking at the just looking at it from a perspective of maybe not being inside of it so much, but having sort of a more of a cosmic view of the situation in terms of balancing the charges and understanding what's really going on, and the balance between masculine and feminine, and how that's happening within ourselves through this process. And so I just ask and request that everybody be kind to each other right now. I've been hearing a lot of people blaming and projecting and pointing fingers at others rather than looking inside themselves and examining the triggers that are coming up for them, and allowing those triggers to teach them what it is that they need to release and let go of, so that they feel safe and that they feel cherished and taken care of. And so that's really important at the end of the day, that we are doing our own level of work and not projecting onto others. So we really need to look inside right now in every moment and check in with ourselves to know whether or not we are, you know, staying present to our own realities and staying present to our, you know, embodiment and being fully embodied at this time. So with that, I would like to do a collective prayer for the weather patterns that are present in our reality at this moment in time, and to see if we can alleviate some of the pressure that is present with this hurricane. And I do realize that most everybody in the United States right now is probably sleeping or just waking up. So good morning and good afternoon to those of us in the European area, and good evening to the Australian continent. Hi, good to see you guys. So it's really beautiful to be able to do something like this. It's kind of an honor for me to be able to put in a, you know, put my energy forward for the collective, and to be able to honor my brothers and sisters all over the world that I personally know, but that I'm getting full body chills with that. But also, you know, just all of us as one human family. It feels really important to me to really honor the human family right now, but also to honor all the kingdoms. And so I'm going to list those kingdoms now that I'm feeling an awareness around, that are present with this, with the weather patterns that are happening in the world. So what I'm seeing and feeling and really being present to is the Ore clan. I'll just start with the Ore clan, which is the metals of the earth and the ore of the earth in the soil and in the under subterranean layers of the earth. The crystal and mineral kingdom, those kingdoms, and how they are experiencing this. So what's underneath, right? What's under the surface of all of this? How are they feeling? Are they being affected by the surface activity? And the core of the earth and the inner earth and the inner earth populations and the subterranean levels of the earth in the crust of the earth. So all of that, you know, taking all of that into considerations with the surface activities and what's happening in the above us and below us, right? And what's happening on the surface. So taking all of that into consideration, I feel, is crucial and important. We have the celestial realms, right? We have our galactic brothers and sisters that are surrounding us, and the galactic nations that we haven't even met yet in the physical because of the activities of the surface of the earth. So there's so many layers to this. So, you know, looking at both sides of that coin, and also the coin itself, which is the plane that we are standing on at this moment in time, and how that, how we are affecting all layers of reality around us. You know, everything is connected, everything is energy, and everything we do has an effect on the layers of reality, whether it's on the surface, below us, beneath us, underneath us, above us. It's all being affected. So my heart really feels the presence of the tree kingdom right now, and what's happening to the tree kingdom. I believe the tree kingdom is they are the light rods from the earth that carry the light that draw the light into the planet and bring it down through the soil and through the networks, through the mycelium networks and through the flora and fauna networks and all the roots of the planet, and they all connect together. Whether it's along one plane or whether it's around, it doesn't matter at this moment in time. What matters is that we are aware of the presence of these light bearers and that they have been affected greatly. It's like a chunk of them is being taken out. And so fortunately, the wisdom of the earth knows how to replenish itself. And it knows how to regrow those trees and to rebuild those ecosystems. So at this moment in time, though, we're dealing with fires that are not controlled, and we're dealing with decimation of forests and flooding and hurricanes just wiping out the surface of the earth. A cleansing, if you will, a culling, if you will. People are dying. People are injured. People are sick. So the human population is affected on the surface. And there's all these other populations. The insect kingdom, for example, is greatly affected by what's happening. The plant kingdom and the flower kingdom. The flower kingdom representing beauty. Everything about flowers is about representing beauty and life and the harmony of the way things grow and move and change. And so I just want to speak to those kingdoms specifically, but also to the amphibious kingdom, the whale clan, the cetacean nations, meaning all the fish and all the sea life that's being affected by this. And then also the dragon clans, because I do feel that there are, these dragon clans that are warring with each other right now. And that sounds a little, woo-woo, but it's happening. So we want to look at how can we calm these fires? How can we calm these waters? How can we balance the masculine and feminine energies within these weather patterns that are manifesting and showing themselves? Also the Fae kingdoms, there are the invisible realms that we can't see that are being affected by this in a very large capacity. And the animals that are being displaced out of their homes, the wild animals in these ecosystems that don't have anywhere to go and are going to show up in people's yards, and then the houses that are being destroyed. So there's so much going on so many levels, due to the space weather and due to the hurricanes, whether engineered or not, regardless of what's happening with them. The impact that nature is having on the earth, on the surface of the earth, is profound and unprecedented. So with that, I would like to focus this moment on Hurricane Irma. And I had this idea to push it out of the dome. Hello, Black Op, flying directly in front of my house right now. Hey, guys. Wow, that's never happened before. Well, not in this house. Super interesting. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, that's interesting. Sean, we have a Black Op flying in front of me right now, and I just mentioned my idea. Okay. So now that Sean's here, yes, thank you for being here, sweetheart. So I want us to imagine ourselves, as we did before, going into our heart space. And tapping into the center of stillness within us. And I want us to witness the golden sphere of light, that is undulating and pulsing within this center of stillness. Oh wow, the black cloud just disappeared. I can't even hear it anymore. Shocking. Okay, not really. So imagining that our heart center and our center of stillness is within the center of our chest, and that we are pulsing and undulating and allowing that energy to build within us. And breathing it in, and on the exhale, allowing it to just filter out and extend out into our field, into our hands. And I want you to imagine that we have golden, platinum, diamond light available to us from the cosmic ocean of light. And I want you to draw that down in through your crown, into your heart, and exhaling it out into your field and into your hands. And I want you to imagine that you yourself are in a rainbow sphere of light. So you've created this rainbow sphere of light, and inside of that is your golden sphere of light. So you've got a rainbow sphere of light as sort of a blending cloak around yourself, so that your sort of multidimensional layers are protected, shielded, softened, so that you're not glowing so bright that you're, bouncing off, but just, soft. And so when you feel yourself pretty solid within this sphere and you are a part of this sphere, you are one with this sphere that you are. I want you to take yourself to the Atlantic Ocean, just outside of the east coast of the United States and just below the east coast, so sort of in the Caribbean area, above the hurricane. And I want you to just observe the spin of the hurricane and how fast it's moving. Remember, we are in stillness, so not allowing it to affect our sphere, but just observing what's happening. And when we have enough energies collectively present around the sphere, around the hurricane, we can connect our hearts together. So imagine all the people upon the earth that are praying for the hurricane and are praying for peace and safety on this earth. And tap into the prayer field of what's already existent. And connect your hearts with those beautiful beings that are holding space and in the prayer field. And you'll see it's a lot of people. And it's a lot of beings, interdimensional beings from the other realms that we can't visibly see. There's a lot of beings present. And so as we join our hearts together, we call in this platinum diamond light into the center of our space, this circle that we've created. And we take this beam of gold and platinum diamond light and we take it straight down through the eye of the hurricane, all the way down into the earth to the crystalline core of Gaia, and connect her core with the golden platinum diamond light from the central heart of God, Goddess, all that is, the ocean of light, the cosmic ocean of light. So now there's a tube of golden platinum diamond light that goes straight through the center of the eye of the hurricane. And what that does is it literally dismantles the programming. It literally breaks down or dissolves the the programming in the hurricane. And so we're not putting ourselves in the eye of the hurricane this time, but rather we are creating a tube of light. And as we do this, we can also call in the mother aspect and the divine mother energy to shower through this golden platinum diamond light tube. She is going to shower a golden pink ray of divine love that softens this energy. So it's cleansing, but it's also calming and softening the energies and bringing it down through the spirals of the hurricane. Now we're in a counterclockwise spin actually right now. So what we're going to do is, as the divine mother energy blankets this this hurricane, it's going to soften the wind, and it's going to slowly slow down the counterclockwise spin. It's just going to slow it down so that it completely brings it to a level of sort of dismantling and dissolving the hurricane. And all the energy that is dissipating through that hurricane, all the water then rains down upon the earth and also spreads across the plane, across the planet, and it goes where it's needed. It is attracted to the heat. So it brings this, the heat actually takes it and attracts it, and the rain falls on the fire. And the rain goes this way and falls on the fire in Europe. And the rain goes where it's dry and hot, and where there are record temperatures. So there's a balance of the masculine and feminine that has now created itself through the dismantling of this hurricane. And so this golden platinum diamond light rod that goes from the crystalline core of earth all the way to the cosmic ocean of light in the heart of God, Goddess, all that is now completely in alignment with divine spirit and divine will, rather than the programming and the counterclockwise spin that was happening. So now as that counterclockwise spin slows down, we are going to reverse it, and it's going to now start to spin in a clockwise direction. And and this may take a little while for this to happen, but the effects of it and the purpose of it is to soften the blow. We can't promise that it's going to completely stop or shift, but we can soften and do our best to hold the presence of softening and allowing this to reverse and to come and be in right relations and come into the clockwise spin, and to create a peace and a calm that then blankets the earth. So through this hurricane now, the Divine Mother Golden Pink Ray of Divine Love is actually going through the hurricane and spreading across the planet. So that energy is just, and it clears out anything in its wake, anything that is out of alignment, any densities, anything that needs to be balanced can be softened and balanced, and bringing the masculine and feminine back into balance through this process. And the density is being cleared with the golden platinum diamond light that exists there. It dissolves the negative programming. It dissolves any type of reverse programming that is present, putting it back into right relations and back into proper alignment. So through this process, rain pours down upon the fires. Rain goes where it is needed, and the surface of the earth is then blanketed with water and soft in its delivery, but enough to put out the fires, to calm the fires, and to calm the waters of earth. And that all kingdoms, the sea, cetacean nations, the sea life, the flora, the fauna, the insect kingdoms, the amphibious kingdoms, all kingdoms and all aspects of any earth movement come to a soft place of harmonic resonance. And that all kingdoms come into a harmonic convergence. The human kingdom, the plant kingdoms, the animal kingdom, the tree kingdoms, the insect kingdoms, the flower kingdoms, the fae kingdoms, the Davic realms, earth, air, fire, water, and ether, all come into harmonic resonance. The dragon clans, the whale clans, the crystal and mineral kingdoms, the ore clans, all of the clans and the kingdoms and queendoms of earth come into a harmonic resonance now. For the benefit of all beings outside of our sphere as well, outside of our dome. And that some of that energy and that moisture goes up through our frequency fence, up through the dome, the firmament. Whatever is there that is supposedly protecting us, that is not protecting us right now, that moisture becomes a barrier to protect us or to manage the space weather and the M-class and the X-class solar flares. So they're actually working together to create peace and calm and harmony within this space that we are in. Within space, wherever we are. It all works together. And these powers and these cosmic energies are stronger than any negative anything. And that we use all these energies for good. Shamoyana kaya poyana payana cha. Boyana maishaya na moyana kaina moyana cha. Yabo ya na moyana kaima na yana cha. Shamoyana pichina ya omayana kaya mayana ka. Boyana maya pachonya patinya oya ya na moyana cha. Boyana shina mayana koya na mayana cha. Boina mashia o moina koyana na cha. Boina bina yana koyana bayana kayana mananya inya o moina nya china yana ka. Shina manako. Shina manaka. Shamoina bayana chonyana ka. And the language that I speak beyond the human language is a language of light that blesses us in this moment with harmonic resonance and purified prayer. We simply bless this time together, knowing that everything is working together for our highest and best good. And we remain calm, and we stay steady within our hearts, using our heart's intelligence to make decisions, to answer questions, to check in with ourselves, to resonate deeply within ourselves as to what is true and what is not resonating with us at this time. And mapping out a self-care system for ourselves and applying it in this moment. Extreme self-care. Extreme self-care in the moment that you literally write down what it is that you need to do for yourself to observe your own frequency fences and to observe how it is that you can dissolve those frequency fences within yourself so that you may be of maximum service to all beings. And also self-care systems such as bathtubs and, you know, what are you putting in your bath? Are you putting in magnesium salts? Those types of things. So really checking in with yourself. What is it that you need? When your minerals are depleted, when you've been multidimensional and you've maxed yourself out, what do you need? What cell salts do you need? What homeopathics do you need? You know, what do you need to do to rebuild your system? And to really check in with yourself. How can I take care of myself today? How can I love myself today? How can I bring balance into my world so that I may be of maximum service and benefit all who need it? How can I help? I'm so grateful to be here on this planet at this time. Thank you for being here with me. Blessings.